honest and trying to be happy as news as I can. But however, let's get into this. Let's get into this. Next story. The next story. Okay. So our president, this is our president, Donnie Dwayne Lee Wayne Lee Office Unfound Epstein Files Trump. That's right, Laura Loomis sugar daddy. Donnie Dwayne did something that, I mean, I was telling my brother earlier. We have a true thug in the White House. Trump is a thug. Okay, Trump a thug. I don't care what you say. This man is a straight up thug. Okay. Now let me tell you what he did. He pulled a reverse on people, whatever. So if you don't know, Trump had, this is what we finna go check out. Trump had got, I guess right before election or whatever time, he was doing Trump phones, right? So while Trump was doing Trump phones, people was really, really ordering these phones. And it was upsetting to a lot of different people, but that's what Trump was doing. He was having the phone thing, whatever. So people are on the talk streets over there really going in about this phone. So check this out.
Y'all, I'm gonna need you to sit down for this one, okay? 590,000 people. 590,000 people handed Donald Trump $100 each for a gold phone called the T1. A gold phone with a big T on the back. That's $59 million collected, gone. Think about what you could do with $59 million. Now here's where it gets good. And by good, I mean criminal, okay? The phones were supposed to ship in the late summer of 25, last year. Needless to say, they did not. Then they said January of 26. Nothing happened. Then radio silence. As of right now, not one confirmed customer has received a single device.
Wow.
But I bet you Trump and them kept that 59 million. And what happened when customers started asking for their money back? You want to guess?
What else?
Trump Mobile sent out emails saying, and I need you to hear this, the phones aren't coming and your deposit is non-refundable. But wait, it gets worse. It gets worse. They quietly updated their terms of service in April of 26, just last month. Just last month. And the new fine print says, and I'm reciting from memory, so bear with me. It says that paying a deposit does not constitute a completed purchase and does not create a binding legal contract. In other words, we took your money and we don't owe you squat. Nothing. Legally and writing signed. And remember how they marketed it? Made in the USA. That was the whole pitch, right? Patriotic. American. Then supply chain experts started asking questions. And that language disappeared overnight, it seemed. And guess what they replaced it with? American proud design. Listen, listen, listen. I'm too old a cat to be fooled by a kitten. I know a rebrand when I see one. Now Congress has gotten involved. The FTC has been asked to investigate bait and switch tactics and false advertising, but that 59 million, baby, still gone. And here's what I need you to understand, okay? This is not just about a phone. This is a pattern, y'all. Predatory behavior dressed up in patriotism, targeting the very people that love him the most. Ain't that something else? He's always done this. Trump University, Trump Steaks, Trump Casinos. The man has been doing this his entire career. And his own reporters keep paying the price. So if you know someone who put down that deposit, I don't, but if you do, share this video because they need to know the truth, even when it hurts, especially if it hurts.
Hey, Trump supporter here. This goes out to Don Jr. and Eric. Where the is my phones? I ordered 4 gold Trump phones in the summer. Now we can't get any updates on them.
He's not alone. A bunch of customers and MAGA fans are very angry to find that Donald Trump is breaking his word again. That Trump's family business has duped whatever fans it has left. This latest grift involves the Trump family's business failure to deliver promised Trump phones after getting down payments on them from a lot of customers. Now, how many people would actually like to buy a Trump gold phone at this juncture, say in the last year? Well, considering the past ripoffs and the fact that no major cell phones are actually produced in the U.S., so this seemed like a long shot, well, you might think not that many. But the answer is well over 500,000 people each paid a $100 deposit to get in on the planned and promised Trump phone. Not a single confirmed customer, though, has gotten one. This is a report from the IBT. Meanwhile, the website for the so-called Trump Mobile, which isn't very mobile, includes a disclaimer. A pre-order doesn't guarantee a device will be produced or made available for purchase. I mean, that is just out there. A pre-order means not a pre-order. We just hold your $100 and we might never make the phone. The so-called Trump phone was announced with a lot of fanfare by Trump's sons last year.
Today, we're here to introduce Trump Mobile, making phones in America. It's about time we bring products back to our great country.
We're going to be having call centers for Trump Mobile in St. Louis, so we're keeping our data onshore.
We plan to build phones in America. All of our customer support is in America. A lot of people are getting ripped off, to say the least, because they don't pay attention to our cell phone plans. So I think we can do it better.
People are getting ripped off. They're going to do a better job. They're actually doing no job because they haven't shipped any phones. The company's selling point was that this somewhat gilded device would be made in America. You heard that in some of those clips. Now they say it will be proudly American. I guess that's kind of how the phone identifies. It will be designed with American values in mind. Sure. Whatever. But that's not how country of origin labeling works. If you're going to make something here or have it abroad, the mother of all tariffs president ought to know that. The phone reportedly now predominantly made in China. But again, that's if it's made. So far, the company now says, don't assume if you buy one or part of one that it'll ever be produced. So we don't know if it's ever going to be made or where.
Good morning. Take a look at this. This is the Trump phone rolled out by Donald Trump Jr. and his brother Eric Trump in 2025. 590,000 people put down a $100 deposit for a total of $59 million. The phone was supposed to be made in America using American components, which is impossible to do. No one has received their phone. Surprise, surprise. Guys, this stuff runs in their family. It also runs in the Republican Party. When are you guys going to wake up and realize these people, they don't care about you? $59 million, okay? Where is that money? The report in Yahoo Finance also says not one person has received the phone yet. All right, guys, call Eric and Donald Trump and say, hey, man, where is my phone? Call me. Guys, my name is Greg Perkins. This is the Egg Report. Everybody have an awesome day.
You really can't make up how dumb all of this is, how gullible his supporters are, how much this grift continues in every way possible. You remember last year when Donald Trump announced the T1 phone, the flagship Trump mobile phone. Never mind the crappy Photoshop job that looked like a ripoff of an iPhone. No, this was a gold standard, made in the USA, MAGA approved, American flag bedazzled, brand new phone. And all you had to do was put down $100. And what do you bet? 600,000 people decided to do exactly that, meaning they raised $60 million for a phone that doesn't appear is ever going to be produced at all. They kept moving the dates back. They kept moving the production back. They kept lying to the people that put the deposits down, saying the phone's right around the corner. And then they quietly switched from made in the USA to probably not made in the USA. In fact, it's actually definitely not going to be made in the USA. And also, last month in April, they changed the terms of service to now say, well, this isn't really a legally binding deposit. We're under no obligation to produce the phone. And now they're saying, well, if we never produce the phone, you're certainly, absolutely, without a doubt, going to get your money back for that deposit.
Last year, I put down a $100 deposit for the Trump phone, and I thought paying the deposit meant they would make the phone and then send it to me, because that's how deposits work, right? Wrong. From Trump Mobile terms and conditions, a deposit is not a purchase. It doesn't mean they accepted your order. It doesn't create a contract for sale. It doesn't even reserve you a phone. So what does your $100 get you? Well, it provides a conditional opportunity to buy the phone if Trump Mobile ever decides to sell one. Okay, so nothing. It gets you nothing. I'm paying $100 for the chance to maybe give you more money in the future if you decide to make the product that I'm paying for in the first place? What?
You know, it's been nearly a year since the announcement of this new wireless service called Trump Mobile. But so far, it seems like customers have been left on hold. Let me bring in our Brian Chung, who put down a deposit to track the phone's development. To be clear, you dropped that deposit on your corporate card, right, Brian?
That's right.
And you've been on the phone with customer service for Trump Mobile, right? What are they telling you? Is this phone coming out or not?
Well, look, it's been almost a year now that we've been waiting for this phone. It was announced by the president's sons in a flashy Trump Tower announcement in June of last year. They said that this gold phone, which had an American flag on the back bearing their father's name, was going to be released to customers in August at a price point of only $499. And that seemed almost too good to be true, especially when you consider...
Listen, people who purchased that phone, you probably won't get that. You probably won't get that. You'll be more lucky off going online and probably ordering an Android or an iPhone for the next version to come out before you get Trump phone. So I just want y'all to know that if you didn't know, that the people over there on the streets are really upset about not having their Trump wireless phones. They sent the money, they never got it. And it's a normal behavior for Trump. But of course, you know, you can show a person who you are over and over and over and over again. But for some reason with Trump, you know, they don't believe all of it.